Shilonen, good thing you're here. I'm wondering if I can...
Oh, the shelf on the left, second row down, first X on the right. That one's yours. And the garden hoe belongs to Ignal, and the hammer is...
I haven't even said why I'm here. But, looks like you're about to head out for a break.
Yes, but I am going to take it right here. The temperature is just perfect today.
Really? But doesn't it feel a lot hotter than usual? I really don't want to stay out in this heat.
Exactly. In hot weather like this, customers don't tend to stick around and talk when they're coming to...
I see. Oh, here comes another customer. I'll just leave you to it then, and pick up my axe.
Sure, sounds good to me.
Hey, Shilonen!
Oh, Traveler, Paimon! We meet again. Oh, you two seem to be in good spirits. How's your Pilgrim's Chronicle been? Run into any issues? Oh, good. It was also my first time receiving a Pilgrim's Chronicle. Even though I've already turned it over to you, there are still a lot of things that could go wrong, so I wasn't sure if there'd be any issues.
Huh? So, what are the chances that something might still go wrong?
Well, less than the chances of Mualani accidentally falling off a spear.
Oh, well, that definitely would never...
I found the axe, Shilonen. Thanks a lot. By the way, Nichka's birthday's coming up real soon. Are you planning to visit her?
I've prepared a gift, and was just getting ready to take it to her.
You're not planning on giving the kid a full set of pliers again, are you? Or, let me guess, woodworking tools?
Yeah, that's right. Flowers will wither, and toys will break, and snacks are quickly forgotten once they're eaten. But a set of durable work tools will all... Well, still, I won't be giving Nichka any tools this year. She wrote me a letters. The book is not what you call a bestseller, but luckily, I have a few copies in my collection.
Children her age love fairy tales. The last time I was at Tassoli's, I even brought Nichka... Huh. Wait. What did I bring her again?
Oh, it is quite hot today. Seems you're about to pass out from the heat. Do you even remember your own name?
My memory can't be this bad. It's just these last few days. I've been forgetting things for some odd reason.
Well, in that case, why don't you use the blaze gem inscription you have as a memo to engrave some important things to remember? After all, that inscription will never wear out, and it's easy to carry. I'd say that's quite a fitting use for it.
You do have a point, but my inscription is almost already full. No, I engraved some wishes on my blaze gem inscription. You know, just some dreams that I have for the future and things I'd like to accomplish one day. Even though Tassoli has said that from an aesthetic point of view, it would be best for people to keep their inscription short, this blaze gem inscription was still made by a name engraver. Everyone thinks that the inscription she made might have some wondrous powers. So, many people who bought blaze gem inscriptions engraved their wishes and dreams on them, in hopes that they would come true.
Sounds kinda like a wish granter. But if you do that, won't everyone be able to see your wishes and dreams?
Don't worry. We usually ask Tassoli to add the inscriptions for us. She has a unique method of engraving. With her method, the light must be at a certain angle in order to see the text. Without the right angle of lighting, the blaze gem inscription will just look like a pretty stone.
That's true. In the end, a blaze gem inscription is essentially just a piece of rock. Making wishes to it is like shouting into an echoing valley. But using it as a journal for your wishes is also fine. Carrying them with you and taking a look from time to time can be a good source of encouragement. Well, as long as you don't suddenly change your mind and want to take your wishes back, that is. These things are extremely durable. And I don't think anyone would willingly part with it either. They're not cheap and very hard to get. Still, it's really strange, given Auntie's skill. Oh, well, I hope someone didn't give her an idea of making fewer and selling for more.
It's true. Chevin would totally have put that in her ear. Still, I don't think it's such a bad thing for Tasoli to make some money by selling these. At least she and little Nachka are better off now, and won't have to worry about the cost of treating her illness anymore. I was really worried about their family at first, and was even planning to send them some... Huh? What was I planning to send to Nachka again? This memory of mine.
All right, if you stay out in the heat for any longer, I'm afraid even the inscription won't be able to save your memory. You should, go back. Yeah, get some rest.
Right. Right. Please give my regards to Tlisoli and Nachka. What's going on?
So you'll be going to Nachka's birthday party too, Shilonen? Oh, perfect! Then let's go together!
Oh, yeah, sure, but I didn't expect you to know Tlisoli too. She hasn't been coming to the tribe much lately, so how did you get a chance to talk with her? Oh, so that's how you met her. She even wants to use volcanic crystal as a forging material. Then let's just go and ask. Come on, I want to give her the book anyway.
Huh? Wait a second, our birthday gift's supposed to be a surprise? If we ask Nachka, then she'll know what gift we'll be getting her. And that would ruin the surprise!
But if you don't ask her, then how will you know what kind of present she would like? Here's another idea. Perhaps you can also give her a storybook based on what she wrote in her letter.
But shouldn't we give it a little more thought? If we all give her books, it might seem like we didn't put much effort into it. Shilonen, have you really never asked her what she would like the most?
Unfortunately, no. Nachka's illness has kept flaring up over the past few years. Apparently, she couldn't do anything during that time other than rest in bed. She didn't even have the strength to talk to anyone. It wasn't until recently that she started to recover from her illness and regained strength to write letters to others. Anyway, there's no need to overthink it. Worst case scenario, I can split the book into 2 volumes and we can each give her one.
No, that's terrible! That would really look like we didn't try. Let's just go ask Nachka. Even though it would ruin the surprise, we could at least get her something that would make her happy. Anyway, could you tell us a bit more about the book that you're getting her? Is it really that unpopular?
Well, it's a little difficult to explain. You see, there are actually 2 versions of To Kill the Brave. The premise of the book is pretty straightforward. It's basically about a set of twin brothers working to defeat a demon lord. But after defeating the demon lord, the older brother, Tequil, discovers that the king's spirit has possessed his younger brother, Remak. In the ending of the original story, the older brother kills his younger brother to defeat the demon lord, before jumping into a volcano. I remember there was one line that was super popular at the time. If I still remember right, after being possessed by the goddess Coatlicue, Rimac said, "I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit. Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left." The other version was released only recently. The author heard a suggestion from someone and suddenly decided to try and make a stake in the fairy tale market, so the story was revised. In the revised version, the brothers killed the demon lord together and both survived. According to the author, this gave the story a happy ever after kind of ending. However, the revised version was not well received. After a month on the market, it had hardly sold any copies and the books were collecting dust on the store shelves. The store owners desperately tried to get rid of the book and have resorted to all sorts of promotions and discounts to sell it. Even now, the only edition of To Kill the Brave you can find in the market is the newer one, whereas the older edition is nearly impossible to find. Anyway, I couldn't bring myself to give such a poorly rated book to Nechka, so I spent a few days looking and managed to find a few copies of the old edition in a warehouse. I picked out a copy that looked relatively new and wrapped it up as a present for Nechka. If you're interested, I can give you this extra copy to read. The pages are pretty old, though, so please be gentle with it. Oh, and here's a copy of the newer edition, too. They gave me a free copy when I went to buy some chocolatl.
So that's how they're trying to sell off the book. Could it really be that bad? Even Paimon's curious now.
Let's get going. Celestoli lives pretty far from the tribe, so it'll take us some time to get there.
Go on now, Yengu. Nechka is still resting.
Hey, Tlasoli, we're here!
Oh, what a surprise. And even Shilonen is here too.
It's been a while since I've seen you, Auntie. I received Nechka's letter. She wanted a copy of To Kill the Brave, right? Well, I've brought the book for her. There are several editions of the book in Natlan, and I wasn't sure which version she'd prefer. I asked a messenger from the Scions of the Canopy. It seems this softcover edition is one of the most popular options, so I brought it for Nechka.
You haven't changed a bit, Shilonen. Let's go inside. I was just boiling some chocolatl, so you... Shilonen used to love drinking chocolatl. When she was little, she would always have several cups every time she came to visit me. You were already a big girl by the time I finally had my Nechka. Alright, for now let's...
Oh, Auntie, let's go. Traveler, please help me get her into the house.
Be good, Yengu, and don't get in the way.
All right, let's get indoors. Watch your step, Auntie.
Sorry. Nechka's illness has been flaring up recently, so I was up for a few nights. I suddenly started to feel dizzy in the sun. I hope I didn't scare you. Have a seat. I'll fetch you a few cups of chocolatl. Please.
Oh, I've already brought them over. This cup's for you, Auntie. And these are for you, too.
Chocolatl? What does it taste like? Paimon's heard that it can be
Oh, don't worry. Auntie,
The last time you came to visit, you were still just a kid. But now you're a pillar of the children.
Oh, well, it's all thanks to the drinks I had here and the books I happened to read.
We heard that you two are from the same tribe, but Paimon had no idea you were so close.
When I was little, my parents were always talking about how skilled. The moment I became idle at home, they would toss me into Auntie's workshop to watch and learn.
Then I would have your parents go back, boil you a pot of chocolatl, and let you play in the house.
Yeah, and then I would drink and listen to you banging away with your tools in the workshop. But eventually, she moved out of the tribe to find some more space, and I didn't have the chance to visit again after that.
But why did you seem so familiar with the place when you went to the kitchen for the drinks just now?
Because the layout of this place is identical to her old house. Let me see. Yeah, that should be Nechka's bedroom then.
That's right. I remember you used to hunker down in the room to read and draw. But you're all grown up now. Even if you wanted to live here, I'm afraid you've already outgrown Nechka. That's how Nechka sees Shilonen too. Whenever she's feeling better, she always asks me when her pen pal sister will be coming to visit.
Well, yeah, I'm here now, and even brought a gift as an apology. I'll leave the book.
You said Nechka asked you for the book? I hope it wasn't too much trouble to get. Really, I'm surprised. Maybe I've been too strict with her. She's obviously starting to like her big sister more than her own mother.
Oh, really? Well, I'd say I really haven't done enough to deserve the title of big... Yeah, I wasn't able to help her when she was sick, and I didn't even come and visit her that many times. Well, the only thing I have been able to do is to help her find some books.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Shilonen. You have great responsibilities as the name engraved. The responsibilities on your shoulders also became far heavier when I gave up on my work.
You just had more important things to tend to, Auntie. No one in the tribe blames you.
But that doesn't change the fact that I gave up on my work. And even now, I'm sorry to leave you to shoulder all the responsibilities alone, Shilonen.
Oh.
Ooh, why so somber all of a sudden?
Oh, relax, Auntie. I can handle the work. But once Nechka is back on her feet, you should get back to work and let me have a vacation. You'll be the one who's busy then, and I'll be sitting at the side drinking chocolatl and cheering you on.
If that day really comes, you can have as much chocolatl as you like. If you asked me before, I wouldn't have even been able to talk about it. But now that she's gradually recovering, I've also gained some courage to face what happened back then. Nechka's illness actually originates from the Abyss. That night, I was in the tribe, having a discussion over the forging of new ancient names. Before we could finish our discussion, the alarm started to ring outside. A horde of... I joined the fray as well, and it wasn't until the monsters were repelled that I got back home with some guards from the tribe. But Nechka was gone. I can't remember how long I spent searching for her. Maybe for 2 or 3 days. In the end, We found Nachka at the bottom of a short cliff. She was holding a dried-up embercore flower in her hand, and there were traces of abyssal corruption around her wounds. I know. It was all my fault. Before the incident, Nachka had asked if I could forge an ancient name for her. Work was busy at the time, so I told her that if she could find an embercore flower, I would use it as material to forge her an ancient name. Oh, Nachka, my daughter, my Nachka. I was holding her in my arms, but no matter how many times I called her name, she wouldn't open her eyes and look at me. I was the one who decided to move my workshop to the outskirts of our tribe for work. Oh, my daughter, my Nachka. Why do you have to suffer like this?
Whoa, hey! It's okay, right? Nachka's getting better. She already has the strength to write letters now, doesn't she? Well, Shilonen has even brought her a gift.
Sorry. I just can't control myself whenever I remember that time. Phew. Alright. It's not every day that we get guests. I really shouldn't be crying like this. I asked someone to buy some ingredients for me. So, why don't you stay for dinner tonight? I'll make some shrimp bisque, grilled fish and mint sauce, and tower tacos.
We'll help. That sounds like a lot to make, and we don't want you to tire yourself out.
Thank you both, but don't worry. It's just a few dishes. I'll be fine. You three just need to make sure everything gets eaten up. I can't eat a lot at this age.
Oh, we haven't had anything to eat yet, so don't worry. We'll make sure there are no leftovers.
Ah, it just occurred to me that Shilonen likes to eat cheesy crab hot pot. Why don't I make that instead of the grilled fish and mint sauce? I remember you don't like picking out fish bones.
Nah, both are fine with me. I've learned to just chew up the fish bones now.
Oh, come on now. If you don't want to pick out the bones, I can just take them out for you. Anyway, for dessert, would you like a cup of grain fruit or...
Cup of grain fruit!
How about a cup of green fruit mixed with chocolate?
Okay, got it. I'll go start cooking, but could you do me... I ordered a bunch of ingredients, and they should be here any minute now. Would you go check by the door and see if they were already here? If so, please bring them in. Come on, Shilonen. Stop lying around. You shouldn't nap before dinner. It'll ruin your appetite.
Hey, I'm not a kid anymore, you know.
That's beside the point. If you don't watch out for your health while you're still young, then when you get older, you'll...
All right. I'm getting up.
We'll go check on the ingredients with Shilonen. It isn't far, so it shouldn't take us long.
That kid. That kid.
the ingredients yet. Paimon thought we'd see someone come flying down
A messenger from the Scions of the Canopy wouldn't be flying here. They usually come climbing down the cliffs. No need to look. There isn't anyone on the cliffs.
I just saw a ghost. Hey, you there. Sorry, but does Tlisoli live around here?
Oh, are you the one who's supposed to deliver the ingredients?
Ingredients? Are you kidding? I was nearly eaten myself. Never mind that now. Those monsters are still hot on my heels. Please, you've got to help me.
Shilonen, Whoa, she's already gone up to fight the monsters? Let's go help her out!
Yoo-hoo! Leave it all to me. Look alive! You're dead meat! Hi! Bring it! Strike a pop! Buckle up!
All right, Oh, it also seems we're in good luck. The goods weren't damaged either.
Strange, we didn't see any monsters on the way.
Yeah, right. I use this road to deliver goods all the time, and I've never been attacked like this before. It's the main road in and out of the tribe, so people often come here to clear out any monsters. This area is usually very safe. I don't know what happened, but it seems like all the monsters around here have gone berserk. Even the docile Tlisoli doesn't even forge ancient names anymore, so why can't she just move back to the tribe? If she comes back, Nachka will even be able to find some playmates. She's so young and hasn't even... Nachka's playmates. No, wait, I feel like my... Strange. I always remembered it before. How could I forget all of a sudden?
Look at that! He has a Blaze Gem inscription too!
You should go back to the tribe. It seems like you had quite the scare today. We'll take the ingredients back for you. I'll carry these bags, and you two can carry the rest.
If you say so. Thank you so much. I guess today's just a really bad day for me to go outside.
That's so weird. Why is everyone we run into today having trouble remembering stuff? Paimon's not sure how to say it, but she's got a strange feeling about this. Like it's all somehow related.
Once you live long enough, you'll eventually start experiencing strange... Let's bring the ingredients back. Otherwise, we won't have anything to eat.
All right.
Ah, you're finally back. What took you so...
Oh, yeah, we, ran into some small problems, but everything's fine now.
Alright. As long as everything's okay now. You'll have a seat. I'll get the food ready. It won't take long.
Whoa, there's so much tasty food!
They were all pretty simple dishes to make.
Paimon will help herself. Paimon will have some of this, and, this. Oh, and this!
Ooh, yeah. Can I get another serving, please?
You're done already? Do you even chew when you're eating?
Of course! Didn't I say that I chew up the fish bones? I'll have just one more fish and leave the...
It's okay. Just go ahead and eat all you'd like. Nachka can't eat these dishes anyway. Her body is too weak to digest these kinds of things.
Oh no, but Paimon thought she'd already recovered from her illness.
Injuries caused by the abyss cannot be undone. The doctor said the fact that she's stable is already quite a miracle. But it's okay. Nachka can talk to me now and can even hold my hand. That's more than I could ask for. Even if she will never again know that I am her mother.
What do you mean?
The doctor said the abyss has had an irreversible effect on Nachka's soul. The doctor also said this sort of memory loss isn't like simply forgetting something. Rather, she can no longer remember anything from before that fateful day.
Huh? But how does that happen?
You know about the woven scrolls that the Masters of the Night Wind use to record things, right? Well, generally speaking, forgetting things is like when the woven scrolls would gradually start to fade. As long as you repaint, but the case of Nachka's memory loss is as if her woven scroll had been cut in two, and the portion of the past was burnt to ashes. The books she loved to read, the flowers she took joy to grow, and the time she spent in this house were all cut off by the abyss, and can never be retrieved again. As one example of that, Nachka now only sees me as a strange, unfamiliar auntie who claims to be her mother. She's a good kid, and doesn't want to upset this lady who's been taking care of her so... But I've always had a feeling that she's constantly wondering about things like, where is her real mother? Nachka really has no idea that her real mother is right in front of her.
So you plan on recreating Nachka's woven scroll all by yourself?
What do you mean?
Or should I say, you've already started reweaving that scroll long ago. The delivery guys. I saw it hanging from his waist, so I asked to borrow it from him. Don't worry, I'll return the inscription to him once we've figured everything out. These things aren't cheap, after all.
When did you know?
Yeah, I noticed it back when blaze gem inscriptions suddenly became popular among the tribe. It was then that I also noticed that everyone wearing blaze gem inscriptions had varying degrees of memory loss. Traveler, you've picked up on it too, haven't you? Accessories made using ancient names forging techniques. For what's only supposed to be a pretty souvenir, this inscription contains a phlogiston engraving. The shapes and patterns of these engravings are also identical to that of an ancient name. By making just a few slight adjustments to the layout and connections of the main pattern, you can pretty much... And yet, you've never told anyone about these engravings in the blaze gem inscriptions that can be activated at any time. Am I right, Auntie?
I knew you were a sharp one, Shilonin. That's right. I have a way to cure Nachka and restore all her memories. It's actually quite simple. I want to forge an ancient name for Nachka that contains...
And the reason they must be approved by the Wyab is because the memories they bear are all stored within the ley lines. Extracting those memories from the ley lines, but your plan wouldn't need you to do any of that, right, Auntie? Your blaze gem inscriptions will help you complete that part of your plan in the ley line's place. You will use it, and the ancient names you're trying to forge will be used to extract corresponding memories from the memory bank.
A memory bank? Wait, so the reason all those people were having...
Using other people's memories of Nachka to reconstruct her past?
You've seen through my plans, Shilonin. You're as outstanding as ever. Far more brilliant than me. I intend to use this method to collate all the memories related to Nachka and allow her to regain...
But wouldn't extracting memories like that hurt the person carrying...
Not at all. Every time a blaze gem inscription... This is the central inscription that controls all the other blaze gem inscriptions, which will also soon serve as Nachka's ancient name.
You made all of this yourself, plus...
Yes. It was lots and lots of work. It was truly exhausting. Or perhaps I've just grown old. You saw it yourself. I knew I could collapse tomorrow, or even in the next few moments. But Nechka's ancient name is still far from completion. I've solved the issue of storing memories, but I still don't know how to connect Nechka up to this central inscription.
I thought you'd just modify your own ancient name.
I considered it, but this matter doesn't have anything to do with my ancient name. It's of no help to me, and I don't need its help now.
You know the price to pay for making something like this.
Yes, I do. But as long as I can get my Nechka back, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Otherwise, Nechka won't have any... She won't remember me, and she won't even remember why her name is Nechka. When that time comes, she'll be left to drift around the world all alone. She is my daughter, the one to whom I gave the Nechka name. Whether it be as her mother, or as a name engraver, I can't simply stand by and let her name disappear.
Shilonen!
I'll take this. I'm going to completely disassemble it. I won't make any promises until I say goodnight to Nechka for me, Auntie.
Oh, wait. I've also finished the inscriptions for... I'm sorry it took me so long to finish them.
Hold on, Auntie. The Traveler and Paimon have never met Nechka before, so you can't draw any memories from them.
That wasn't my intention.
Huh? What was that?
Nechka must have woken up, and... Nechka! Don't try to get...
You go ahead and take care of Nechka, Auntie. Let's go, Traveler and... Let's head back to the tribe first. There are some things I need to get from my work. Yep. You two can wait outside for a moment. I just need... Oh, yeah, that's not really what I mean. It's not the mess that's really the problem. It's just that the workshop is cluttered with way too much stuff. Books, files, and even everything's piled up to the ceiling. You probably won't know where to step once you're inside. Kachina suffered quite an unfortunate series of events the last time she went inside. After entering the workshop, she was shocked to find herself face to face with a massive woven scroll from the Masters of the Nightwind, and then she tried to step out of the way, but tripped on a poster tube that was behind her, and then, boom! The forging blueprints came crashing down right onto her head.
Oh no!
She's lucky I noticed in time. I found Kachina in a daze and managed to save her before an entire... Ever since then, Kachina always waits outside the door and doesn't dare take a step in whenever she comes to see me.
Yeah, you're an artisan and craftswoman after all. We thought there would be weapons and armor hanging all over the place. But it seems more like a library than a workshop.
Well, my primary work is forging ancient names, which you probably already know that each ancient name represents a certain spirit, behind which are countless related stories to support it. In other words, the essence of an ancient name is the physical manifestation of a certain... And as a name engraver, when I'm working on a new ancient name, but more importantly, and to do that, I have to collect as... But, as you might know, people tend to add a lot of, For stories that have been clearly exaggerated or altered, I must gather this way only in true stories, and this is the...
We've heard about the concept behind...
Well, no matter how powerful ancient names could be, they would never be able to suddenly turn into a blade, or... Well, it's just a form of spiritual power that's passed down from generation to generation. Well, take your own names, for example. From the moment you appeared in this world, some person had already prepared a blessing, and that person then condensed this blessing into your name and gave it to you as a gift. It may feel like the moment you received your name is already in the past, but it will. Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. Well, that's what Auntie once told me. And with this blessing, people will become more confident as they walk into their future.
Oh, Paimon gets that. If you're alone when you're walking in the dark, it's easy to get scared and tired quickly. But if someone else is walking with you, then it won't be nearly as scary. And, well, you might still get tired, but it'll still be a whole lot better than walking alone. The Traveler always has Paimon by her side, though, so she'll never have to worry about that. Oh, Paimon sure many wish they could be in your shoes, Traveler. Paimon's always flying, of course it gets tiring. But we're getting off topic, we can talk about that later.
Anyway, this is what Plisoli told me when I was training as a name engraver. And to be honest, I've only understood 20% of what she said at most. I've never been able to figure...
But doesn't that mean you basically don't get it?
Well, that's not entirely true. You know what, I am sick of talking. We can talk about all of this later. Please, wait a moment while I grab my things.
Did you hear a whole section of
It's fine. It was just a bunch of very old ancient name records. I've already made copies of them. I, kept this set of phlogiston wedges in the back, so what? Come on, let's go disassemble the central inscription. It shouldn't take long. Here we are. This is the place.
This cliff is pretty high. What are we going to do here? Are we going to climb to the very top and then throw this inscription down the cliff?
I'm going to use phlogiston to make an engraving circle on the cliff wall. That will allow me to investigate the internals of the central inscription. Now let me see if this thing can even turn on. I was still an apprentice last time I used it. Before we attempt to engrave the inside pattern of an ancient name with phlogiston, only after we've confirmed that phlogiston can flow properly through the internal engravings, can we start formally working on this. If we want to dismantle the central inscription in a non-destructive manner, we'll have to use this thing.
Oh, so you'll be able to see what it looks like on the inside without ruining Tlasoli's inscription?
For the most part. If it were just an ordinary unfinished ancient name piece, I'd just take it apart and pour phlogiston into the internal engravings to see everything. But since it's a central inscription, it would be better not to destroy the blessing that Auntie has prepared for Nechka.
So, Shilonen, does this central inscription fall under the 20% you understand about ancient names, or the other 80% you don't understand?
Oh, don't worry. As I said, Auntie and I share an understanding of the most important principle, which is names are intrinsically valuable. Only by having names can things be sorted and categorized. They allow the world to become more... For example, when I order ore, I would usually say I need volcanic crystals of about 35% purity and no more than 3% of impurities. Without specific names, I would only be able to go to the ore merchant and say, I want this and this. No, this isn't it. That one. No, not that one either. Yeah, you see what I mean? Names are a crucial part of how we standardize our work. Yes, because forging ancient names is first and foremost a technical job. There's no debating that. As for the question of why it's important, as long as it does not affect your ability to perform your work, you'll... After all, creating an ancient name is quite the complicated process. Well, let me break it down even further. We're not in the tribe right now anyway. Essentially, by forging ancient names, giving someone a name is a subjective expression. You just need to express your hopes and wishes for them. But giving someone a nickname is a much more objective expression. To come up with a fitting and if ancient names or nicknames aren't descriptive enough, no one will remember them anyway. So the best I can do is gather all... Even a minor mistake in the process could cause people to misunderstand the nickname. For a name engraver such as my...
Paimon isn't trying...
Of course, this is all...
A nickname? Shilonen. Well, she uses phlogiston to forge...
But, you should... Right, okay. Time to make like a smith and start smith...
Bring it!
Adjust the inclination by 2 degrees. Stop. The error margin is within an acceptable amount, but I'll extend the inscription link a little more just to be safe. I'll leave some space here. When the linked engravings are activated, the inscriptions here will overlap with each other. There! That should complete the flow.
Amazing, Shilonen! You were running all over that cliff as if it was flat ground!
Oh no, it doesn't have anything to do with my tribe, it's just the, But after all that running around, I'll have to infuse them with more more or less. Yeah, I can show them to you when we... let me see. Start with Anchor 1 and activate it with Density 3
Whoa! A superhuman... Tlasoli's central inscription is even floating! So are you done checking the inscription, Shilonen?
I didn't find any anomalies in the
That means we can help Tlasoli and H...
well, probably, but I have good news and bad news. Oh.
Paimon will cover her ears after the good news.
Well, even if you cover your ears, the issue will still continue to... What are your thoughts on absorbing memories? But if you ask me, it's hard to control the by herself. Auntie can't...
Accomplices?
Well, here's the good news. Yes, this Blaze Gem inscription would be the perfect tool to commit crimes, but we haven't found any accomplices. From a purely objective standpoint, we can consider that possibility as yet to be confirmed for now. The bad news is, there's still I believe I've mentioned this before. In this process, if you remove the YUB from the process and don't use any tools, then trying to scoop up a specific... Exactly. Anyone who attempts to do so will likely lose most of their cognitive function or become a babbling madman. Now, let's consider the memories that Auntie has gathered as the ley line. There's no way Auntie would let Nachka plunge into the river of memories without any tools. She'd only be overwhelmed, and considering that Nechka has forgotten all of her past, she'll be unable to. Only Aunt Tlisoli can help. So, if my hypothesis is correct, in an ideal world, this would be. And I also believe that there won't be any mistakes in everything that Auntie remembers about Nechka. But Auntie is not a Wyab. Her body won't be able to handle the.
But how can we solve this problem? No matter how we try, Tlisoli will.
Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. I've also made up my mind. Come on, let's go see Auntie.
Don't look at me like this.
Shilonen. It looks like you've made...
Yes, here's some research that I've done. You can reference it to modify the way the central inscription operates. I'll also help you continue working on the Blaze Gem inscriptions, but the memories that can be absorbed by the inscription will be limited solely to Nechka's past. We'll plan a set time frame together from which the memories can be drawn. If you attempt to extract any memories beyond this scope, then I'll consider that as committed. After the memory bank is constructed, the Blaze Gem inscription's absorption functions must be stopped immediately.
I accept. Thank you, Shilonen.
Auntie, you...
Using technology for ancient names to forge other things without permission is no trivial matter.
Yes, it's a major departure from the technology's intended use, but it's nothing But once this is all over, you must come with me to see Pakal and discuss everything that happened.
That's fine. I'm willing to accept any punishment for my little Nechka.
All right, let's clear off the table and come up with a plan. I need some time to consider how to let Nechka control the Blaze Gem inscription on her own and extract the memories from her past. Oh, by the way, did you...
How could I just hand her a birthday? I've picked out a box and packaged it.
No, it's just an old book.
Oh, is Nechka up again? But what was all that noise? Uh-oh, that's not good. Let's go have a look.
Nechka, don't hurt yourself.
Shilonen, is that you? You're Nechka?
How many times have I told you? Don't get out of bed on your...
Hello, Nechka.
Thank you for the book. I've already read it several times. You've already read it? But didn't Tlisoli package up the book?
No, she's all mixed up. The one she read isn't from Shilonen. It's one I bought for her before. A few days ago, she told me she wanted a book. I eventually found one and bought it for her. I put it in her room once I got... Soon after, she...
Auntie!
Which version? Oh, it's...
Oh, right. You're Paimon and Miss Traveler. Mom told me about you. Oh! Seems like everyone knows who we are now.
Nichka seems to be doing pretty well today, since she's...
Take her for a walk, but considering her condition...
Oh, don't worry, Auntie. She'll be safe. We won't leave the truck. Besides, what do you think, Aunt?
I promise I'll be good, Mom. Didn't you say before?
All right. I also have... Wait for a moment.
Talk about being prepared.
It doesn't hurt to be...
Oh, you can let me carry these.
Yeah! Okay. Thanks, everyone. And please don't worry. I'll be good.
Let's go look for Igno. I've had her Blaze Gem inscription for a while now, and I'll
Tosoli she seems...
I hope so. Here.
Oh, I remember that.
I'm sure she'd love...
My pleasure. Oh, I can make the jewelry for her.
I would like
something shaped like...
Noted. Sorry, Nichka. It won't be a surprise.
That's okay.
Found it! Sorry to keep you away. By the way, Nichka, feel free to... Well, I was shocked.
Sorry about that. She can hardly contain her curiosity now that she started. She's still too weak to go out whenever she wants, so...
Everything's looking up! Oh, we're just like the main character in the... according to the story, we should be right around... Takil prayed to the goddess of mountains and fire. Let my brother... The goddess replied, then Takil turn my blood to fire. Oh, you remembered that whole... Paimon finished both books in one... But the ending in the older... Oh, wait. That's not true. Actually, I already know the other ending. You already know the other ending? But didn't you only read the edition your mom got for you?
Hey, what are you all chatting about so happily?
Huh? Mom, we were just talking about how the...
Aren't happy endings always nice? But if you already read the whole thing, then guess you'll have to go to bed early tonight. But I'll buy you some more fairy tales next time, okay?
Okay, Mom.
It's pretty good quality. But, for now, let's focus on celebrating her upcoming birthday. Where are we headed to next, Auntie?
Next, let's visit Apishpalan. He should be close by. Stay close, Nate.
Yes, Mom.
Failure is just a step.
Why do my eyebrows keep twitching today? Strange.
That means you're about to hit the jackpot, Apishpalan.
I didn't expect... What?
Whoa! Offering a...
She...
Thank you for your Come on, Nachka.
Thank you.
Oh, so... It looks like you're doing much better now. How...
No.
Oh, no need to stand on ceremony. His drills. I always come here to buy things. Oh, do you...
I have...
Oh, no need to bring them all the way here.
I don't know much about that kind of scissors.
Well, they're... Come on, Auntie.
And there goes Shalone dragging Tlasoli off to buy more stuff. Ooh, what a busy day. I won't run off. Paimon's favorite? In the old version of the story, he was never able to reunite with his family, but he was still really strong and... What about you, Nick? Oh, the one who was possessed by If it wasn't for his determination, of course, Hey, Nechka, why don't we play Miss Traveler? But isn't she the villain? Ah, right. Well, it doesn't matter. My favorite...
Come here, Nechka. Look at you. You're sweating.
Mom!
Let me wipe your forehead. Now, drink some water.
We've picked something out for Nechka. A Paishpalan will deliver it to Auntie's house once he's packaged it up.
Oh, we were just about to get to the really?
Let's... Oh, we should head to our last stop, Auntie.
Right. Let's go see Chevin and head... I finished repairing your blaze gem inscription, Chevin. I've also reinforced it so it shouldn't fall apart.
Thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Miss...
I was wondering where you got the ore for such a large-scale blaze gem inscription. So you must be one of...
Oh, Shilonin.
We already know what's going on.
To be honest, the last time the call asked for why I had been...
Sure.
Miss Chevin? Can I go see some of the jewelry over there?
You mean Amisha's work? Sure, go ahead. Remember to stay in the shade as much as you can.
Paimon wants to go too! We'll go together. Paimon hasn't looked at Natlan's jewelry very closely yet. Really? Then Paimon's gonna take a good look at what they have!
You haven't bought any jewelry for a while, Auntie. Why don't you pick one out?
Anything about Natlan's jewelry, so you can help us pick something out. Miss Traveler,
Come here, Nechka.
Huh?
Sorry, Chevin and Shilonin, but it's already getting late. We should be heading back now. It'll be Nechka's birthday in a few days, and there's still a lot for us to do before then.
No problem. I'll be sure to bring her some beautiful jewelry to celebrate.
Mom,
You're getting hot again. Here, Mom will carry you. Let's get going. You forget to take care of yourself once you start playing. Let's go back and we'll have a talk.
I didn't.
Nechka, I never taught you to lie.
Sorry, Mom. Nechka's looking at us. Paimon feels like something's not right. What should we do?
No, Nachka was having so much fun. Let me help.
No, it's fine. Let's go, Nachka. It's time to go home.
Perfect weather for a nap in the workshop.
Thank you, everyone, for spending so much time with us. Please be sure to come to Nachka's birthday. All right.
Oh, Auntie, remember...
I understand. It's very special.
Oh,
Well, Oh.
the one it was released long before Nachka fell ill.
Oh.
Huh. So, in other words, if she hasn't recently read the old version of the story...
I don't... maybe she snuck...
Oh, okay, that is a possibility. In which there are only a few...
The bookseller's old...
So, I was...
There must be a...
I do not wish...
I beg your...
Nachka, where did you read that book? Answer me.
Go home, Nachka. Are you disobeying me?
You're the one who wrote me the letter, Nachka. You're the one who wanted the book. Only you can speak for yourself. We're listening, Nachka. Right here.
Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left.
Silence.
That's the line from the old ending. Nichka remembers it! I know everything. Shalonen, help me, please! Something's blocking the door!
Get back!
Shalonen, wait for it!
The tunnel is blocked. We can't go in. There might also be traps.
Whoa. What are all those things on Nichka's...
It seems Auntie put all the extra inscriptions she made here. If she's trying to finish that ancient name, there's only one place she could go. Come on.
Shower me with praise! What is this place?
Auntie's workshop. It was supposedly closed after she stepped down from her position in the tribe. But it appears that we've all been deceived.
Why are there people up ahead?
If you're up to shady business, you have to hire shady people to help you. Let's go, don't hesitate!
All right, let's finish this. Let's get it on.
Steady as stone.
That was quick.
Someone needs assistance.
Bring it!
Come on, show me your courage.
Leave it all to me.
Out of the way, you're getting blown away. Forget it.
Let's finish this fast.
Buckle up!
Out of the way, or get blown away!
That was quick.
Yoo-hoo! Steady and stick.
Look alive!
I'm good. Yes, you
Buckle
are.
up!
The door's closed here, too. Where should we go now?
The transport system seems to still be functioning. Let's go look for the controls and get this cart running again. Maybe it can take us further inside. right, let's keep going! Bring it!
You got here quick. Impressed?
Nechka's up there! What are you planning to do to her?
I never lied, even though she's not my daughter yet.
What is she saying? Is she not Nechka?
So you figured it out. I want to use memories to awaken my Nechka. She has stayed in the Night Kingdom for far too long. She's afraid of the dark. I'm the one who... Don't worry, Nechka. Mom hasn't forgotten anything. She has always remembered your name.
Then, who's that girl lying up there?
She's a child from my tribe. Her parents were killed in the same abyss attack. But wouldn't you know it, I raised her and I was so happy the first time she was willing to call me Mom. But then, I suddenly felt very scared. Is she really my child? My child's name is Nechka. How could I... As I said, I only... And now, the time has come for me to pay. As for my useless ancient name... if you're not willing... Shilonin, it's no use. It's all thanks to your... After Nechka returns, I'll make sure to invite you to her birthday party.
You're not gonna go up there, are you?
There's a flaw in this engraving diagram. The weak point is almost about to activate. So on my mark...
Don't worry, Nechka.
3.
Mom will always be with you.
2.
Wake up, Nechka.
1!
It's alright. It's alright. You'll see Mommy soon. Nechka.
Keep back! Those are distorted thoughts. And the mists are the thoughts' twisted cries. If you become tainted by them, they will control you, and you'll never be free again.
Where are you? I don't want medicine. It hurts. It hurts. Why am I alone?
Nechka, why?
No more medicine. Will you stay with me forever? Please never leave me again.
Telasoli, you're the one who twisted Nechka's name into a shackling prison. It's time for you to hear her true voice. Stone engraved and echoing peaks converge disperse. In ashes be reborn, for flames born anew, and the blazing dawn.
Mommy will be with you. Nechka. Always. And forever.
Mommy, I've always been with you. And now you're finally listening to me. The old births the new, as flowers shield the roots, so life ever cycles until we return to the loom. We've known each other a while, but we've never met.
You're Nechka?
Yes, but I still don't know your name.
My name's Nepeka.
It really suits you. Nepeka, I bless you from the past and wish that every day of your future will be filled with peace and happiness.
Boring! Isn't there anything else?
I saw Nechka and was speaking with her, but now, where did she go? Nechka? Nechka? Where are you? Answer, Mommy. Please. Please. Shilonen, you saw her too, didn't you? You saw my little Nechka. I felt her hands and hugged her. I was right. I was right. Those gray shadows were just a minor mistake. I just need to restart the ritual again. Alright, I'll start it again and Nechka will...
Have you still not come to your senses, Auntie?
What senses? I was not wrong. Nothing about what happened was wrong. She's just a little upset and was trying to ignore me. That child sure knows how to throw a tantrum. But I understand. I can accept that.
Enough, Tlisoli! The person you summoned with the Blaze Gem inscription wasn't the real Nechka. You collected memories of Nechka from countless people, but you forgot one thing. Among what you gathered were not only real memories, but also countless emotions. Didn't you realize what kind of emotions people would feel upon seeing Nechka's condition? When people held a dying child's hand, when they felt her faint breath and saw the helplessness in her eyes, when they sensed her body growing colder and colder, what could they feel but abject pain and sorrow?
I took those emotions.
You absorbed those emotions into the Blaze Gem inscriptions and solidified them as a piece of her past. Those gray figures were projections of that past. They could only reproduce the appearance of Nechka in her sickly state. What the real Nechka wished to say was drowned out by those twisted and painful thoughts.
I didn't want things to turn out like this. All I wanted was to remember Nechka, to see her again.
Nechka has always been with you, Auntie. Everything has long been recorded on your ancient name, the one you said was useless. You exhausted every option and sacrificed everything in the hopes of saving your daughter. That is undeniable. But have you forgotten the true meaning of your own ancient name?
My ancient name is Undugu.
The immovable love between you and Nechka has already been recorded in your ancient name, but you chose to ignore that. Names are blessings from the past to the future. You told me that, Auntie. You gave Nechka her name, her first blessing. But now, You've turned her name into a prison by taking an innocent child captive, and you've imprisoned yourself.
Nechka is everything to me. Without her, I can't see any future for me. And as for blessings... what blessings have I had since the day she passed? I see her in my dreams every day, grasping my hand, telling me she's in pain, asking me to hold her. But I can't say anything. I can't grasp her hand. All I can do is shout her name over and over again until I wake up. Every day, every single day, I've hated myself, and ancient names too. Who knows? Maybe hate would have been the only thing left to her too.
You think Nechka would have come to hate you? Auntie, do you still remember the last words Nechka ever said to you? Do you remember what her final words really were? The reason you haven't felt blessed is because you've forgotten the true past. Auntie, you've been wallowing in memories of your imagination and refused to let go of them. A name without a past is nothing but a withered tree with no roots, rotting without a future. It's over, Auntie. It's all over now.
Slowly now. Why don't you stay lying down? Oh, on second thought, this might not be the best place to rest. Shilonen, Nechka, Napecha can already stand now, so we made our way over.
Thank you, Paimon and Miss Traveler. I'm fine, really. The real Nechka helped me just now, so it doesn't hurt much anymore.
That's good. If you became Nechka, then this story would really become the To Kill the Brave. This isn't the place to chat. Come on, let's get out of here.
But what about Tlasoli?
Oh, don't worry. She won't be able to cause any more trouble now. All right, I've locked Auntie in the house with a few ropes. I'll take her to the tribe shortly to be punished for what she did. As for now, we can get away from the house and get some sun. After dealing with all of that, I'm completely out of energy.
She's already planned out everything. Shilonen sure doesn't waste time. It's still so scary to imagine. Tlasoli wanted to turn her adopted child into Nechka, and she even nearly succeeded. Yeah, she was so cool in the final moments. She went right into action and took control of the situation instantly.
Well, it's all thanks to Napeika's resilience. She never gave up. If it weren't for her bravely trying to get help, then I wouldn't have noticed Auntie's plan so easily.
It was thanks to all of you encouraging me. After all, this was already the last idea I could think of. I tried to get the attention of many others who visited before, but
they were all either quickly whisked away by Tlasoli or simply refused. Even if I told them everything, all she had to do was start to cry, and then the guest would try to comfort her. She would inspect all the letters I sent and any gifts I received. And then, if I didn't comply, she would force me to drink some strange It would put me to sleep for a few days, and it would be hard for me to remember anything. I would see a lot of weird things while I slept, and the walls around me would start talking. I would be so scared every day. You have us now, Nepeka. If anyone dares to hurt you again, the Traveler... Yeah. You are already super brave, and you even managed to call Shilonen for help. Oh, you definitely found the right person. Shilonen isn't the kind of person who gets distracted easily by crying. She pays attention when someone's talking and doesn't miss a beat.
And it was because of your help that I was able to pick up on the details. Without you, it would have been extremely difficult for her to communicate that she needed help. Tlasoli would certainly be more on guard if I tried to speak with her, and would probably have just kept Nepeka locked up in her room again.
So we had a part to play too! But where did Tlasoli even get the confidence to try this scheme? Was she not scared that someone would realize that Nepeka wasn't Nechka?
That's certainly a possibility. The inscription she created would not only collect information related to Nechka's past, but also actively erase people's memories of Nechka. It's similar to graffiti. If you want to paint something new on a wall that has been painted before, then first you must remove the old painting. It's possible that I was also one of her targets, which would explain why she was so willing to let me have the central inscription.
Whoa. And you still took it? If it were Paimon, she would have thrown that thing away the first chance she had!
Well, you can uncover the truth without taking some risks, right? If I hadn't disassembled the inscription myself, I would have never realized her actual motives.
So you suspected her from the very beginning?
Oh, no, she's my auntie after all. How could I have seen her as a villain from the start? The most I did was keep the possibility and a corresponding plan in mind, and it was just our luck that the worst-case scenario actually happened. But now that I look back on it, we still managed to rescue a suffering child, even if that wasn't our original intention. Anyway, I think we've just about summarized everything and praised each other enough by now. Everything is finally over, and Nepeka can finally be herself.
So, what should I do now, Shilonen? You should do whatever you like, of course. No one's going to lock you up anymore. But I don't know what I can do. Everything I know is about Nechka. What she liked to eat, which flowers she enjoyed, how she acted and spoke. I'm not her, but I can only be like her. I don't know, Shilonen. I just don't know.
Oh, don't worry, Nepeka. The Blaze Gem inscription isn't working anymore. No one will force you to be somebody else.
But I no longer remember anything about myself now besides my name. What if I never remember my life and lose all of my past? I'm scared, Shilonen. What should I do?
Oh. Here, take this. I took some ore from Tlasoli's collection and made this as a mold.
A Blaze Gem inscription! You can make them too?
Oh, of course not. It's just a pretty piece of stone. Take it. I've engraved your name, Nepeka, on the top. This is your first blessing, the one you received. It has always protected you.
But I don't even remember the names of my...
I won't make any big promises and say everything will return. I can only promise that no matter what you'll continue to grow and mature your name is your starting point. Remember your name and everything you've experienced, and you'll know how to step into your future.
You can do it, Nepeka!
Thank you all. Shilonen.
If you really can't come up with what to do, don't worry. Just relax. We're from the same tribe after all. If nothing else works, I can always go to the elders and look up your history. And until then, you can stay at my workshop. I can handle another mouth to feed. I don't know if the plan will work. I'm not even sure who I should look for. Well, rather than placing our hopes on a plan that relies so heavily on luck, we should just focus on ourselves. Well, anyway, enough about all that for now. Let me take Telesoli back to the tribe first. Come with me, Nepeka. Oh, gosh. I nearly forgot that we haven't even had dinner yet. What would you like to eat?
Huh? Oh,
good. Let's go. We have a lot of work to do. We have a very busy future ahead of us. Oh, and one more thing. Happy birthday, Nepeka. Oh, you're here. Everything's been taken care of now. I was just about to go have a rest. Well, the tribe... What I do... And oh, and... Now, once all the blaze gem... Yeah, that's right. Huh. Wait, now Nichka really... She's... But that's for another time. For now, she should just rest.